Welcome to the listening room, everyone. My name is Benjamin, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my Judas Priest CD collection. Judas Priest is a classic heavy metal band formed in Birmingham, England in 1969, and they've been releasing studio albums all the way starting since 1974, and their most recent one was 2024. So 50 years worth of releasing studio albums. They are just shy of 20, I believe. They have, how many albums do they have now? 19, that's correct. So they're one away. I think they're working on another one, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my collection. I have all of the studio albums on CD, and I'm just kind of excited to show you guys them. But I do have one box set as well, which I'll show you guys a little bit later. Outside of that box set, though, I don't have every studio album separately, but we'll start with Sin After Sin from 1977. I want to collect all of these remaster CDs because they, if I can find them, they form, and I actually don't have, they form Judas Priest, trying to find their logo. It's on, yeah, so the CD spines form this symbol right here on their thing, but I don't have all of them, so it doesn't form the thing. But that's why I want to collect all these remasters, because I think it'd be pretty cool. But going back to Sin After Sin, this is a classic album, really great. Sinner opens it up, probably my favorite song in the album. Diamonds and Rust is a Joan Baez cover, I think, but it's really great. Very memorable and melodic. This had an Aggressor, which Slayer covered at one point, but this is a great album as a whole. Awesome album cover, too. Very memorable. Then we get to another classic from 1978. The following year release, Stained Class. It's excellent, top to bottom, no weak tracks. Even the bonus track Fire Burns Below is super memorable. Better by You, Better Than Me is a cover. Spooky Tooth, I believe. Very controversial. Started a whole lawsuit, but I'm not going to get into that. Saints in Hell, Beyond the Realms of Death. Extremely memorable album, for sure. Then we have the following year, they released Killing Machine or Hellbent for Leather, depending on where you got it. They had to change the name, I think, for the US copy. But Killing Machine is what it was originally named under. Green Manalishi with Two-Prong Crown. Delivering the Goods, Hellbent for Leather, the title track for this one. Killing Machine's good too. But it's got great stuff on it, very classic. And then their definite classic is British Steel. One of the most recognized heavy metal albums of all time, released in 1980. Breaking the Law opens it up. Rapid Fire, Metal Gods, Living After Midnight's a classic. It's got good stuff on here. It's a classic for a reason. We come to one that wasn't as well received, Point of Entry. Heading Out to the Highway, super memorable. Really awesome song, one of my favorite Priest tracks. Desert Plains is super great. Solar Angels. This is an underrated album for me. I really like this album. I want to do a Judas Priest album ranking soon. And I think, I say that with all of these, unfortunately, and I probably shouldn't promise soon because that could be, hopefully within a year I can do all of these, but we'll see. Screaming for Vengeance, 1982. Cranked out a lot of albums since the early 70s into the 80s, and then they slowed down big time in the 90s. Hellion and Electric Eye, usually those two songs go together. There are separate tracks on here, but they really go together. Bloodstone's good. Title track, Screaming for Vengeance. Got Another Thing Coming's a classic. Devil's Child's good. Great stuff. Awesome album cover. Priest, for the most part, has pretty good album covers, I think. This one's not great, though, to say that. Turbo. The album as a whole isn't awful for me, but it's not as good. This was 1986. I thought I had. Well, anyway, moving on. We'll talk about another album I was thinking about later. Turbo Lovers, I like. It's good, but I don't remember this one as well. I just remember not liking it, or not really disliking it. It just wasn't as good. I'll have to re-listen to all these though for when I redo my, or when I do my ranking, because I have an old list that I'm gonna probably compare, but I haven't really revisited these albums for sure in a long time, or at least not all of them. Ram It Down. I remember being a little disappointed in this one because I thought it was gonna be really awesome when I heard the song Blood Red Skies, and as a whole it wasn't my favorite, but we'll have to see again if it's good. Ram It Down, Heavy Metal were good. Obviously I said Blood Red Skies. Monsters of Rock. It's got good stuff on here for sure. But I'm curious to see, I really like that album cover, but, we'll see if it says good or not, if I remember it. And then, got that poster up on the wall. We got Painkiller. One of my all-time favorite albums. This one and one other one got me into Priest. Top down. There's not one bad song on here. Title track opens it up. What a crusher that is. El Patrol, All Guns Blazing's great, which is funny though. I first heard that song when Sabaton covered it. I like Sabaton. I know a lot of people don't, but they're great for me. Of course, I like Priest probably the best, but I really like Sabaton's cover. Leather Rebel, Nightcrawlers, awesome. Touch of Evil's haunting. One Shot at Glory, great stuff. I could list every track, but maybe for here I haven't. Then we get to two albums. Rob Halford is the vocalist for every single studio album except for two. It's these next two that I don't really care for, or at least I didn't when I first heard them. Painkiller was released in 1990. They didn't release the studio album until 1997. Jugulator, and then 2001, Demolition. It's who's the vocalist? Off the top of my head, I just lost it. Who's the vocalist? It is guitars. Tim Ripper Owens. He doesn't do a bad job. He just doesn't fit with the band, in my opinion, super well. He's a great vocalist, but he's definitely not one of my favorites. Cathedral Spires I really liked on this one. I think the title track. And then for this one, I didn't really love the production really at all. Machine Man was okay. Metal Messiah, kind of mediocre. Both of these albums just were not super memorable. I'm going to listen to them again, but they just were not my favorites by any stretch. We'll see if that changes. But fortunately, Rob Halford comes back, one of my favorite vocalists ever, for 2005's Angel of Retribution, and he's been back ever since. Judas Rising, Wheels of Fire, Angel, Hellrider's super great. It's got great stuff on it. Very memorable. I did not realize it was a CD DVD. Huh. Yeah, there's a CD side and a DVD side. Wow, I've never really seen that before. Reunited documentary, entire album and enhanced stereo on the DVD side, and then the album audio on the CD. Not all CD and DVD players will play audio side of the disc. Huh. Wonder if this plays though. We'll see. Then we get to the more modern stuff in 2014. And we're going to go over some more studio albums a little bit later, but we're just going to go through the separate ones. Redeemer of Souls, I have 2 copies, the regular and the deluxe copies. This one has 5 extra bonus tracks on it. This one is the regular. And this really started kind of their... these 3 studio albums that they've released have been absolutely crushing and super memorable for me. And I think they've been some of the best material since the 70s and early 80s. And especially, like, just really great. Dragonaut, Redeemer of Souls, Hall of Valhalla, March of the Damned, Beginning of the End, Battle Cry. I still haven't listened to the bonus disc, which has Snakebite, Tears of Blood, Creatures, Bring It On, and Never Forget. Still need to listen to those for sure. We get to 2018's Firepower. You know, comes with the book and all the tracks and stuff. Great artwork. Title track, Lightning Strike, Evil Never Dies. Necromancer's memorable, super catchy. Rising from Ruins is super awesome. Great stuff on here. Priest did an amazing job with this. But I think they did better. I think they've gotten better since... trying to think. Probably 2000... well, for sure since 2008, but it's Redeemer of Souls, since they've really upped the ante and gone back to their roots and really crushing heavy metal. They've gotten better as they've gone. Not that 2014 was bad, but I think they've just somehow upped themselves really well. And then this one, Invincible Shield from 2024. Album of the year for me by a mile. This album is stunning. Very incredible. Very awesome. Great artwork. Bought it when it came out. Was blown away. And I, for some reason, have a second copy. My first one's not in great shape, because I listened to it to death and left it in the car, which, you know, not a bad thing. And then I finally got a little bit later on the bonus track one, which I still haven't really listened to those yet. I want to, but I haven't gotten to it. It comes with 3 bonus tracks. Fight of Your Life, Vicious Circle, and The Lodger. There's 11 tracks on the original CD. I still have yet to listen to this, though, but I definitely want to. Very, very memorable album. That's... honestly, I'm going to be interested to see where I rank it, because I think so highly of that album. It's just super great. Next up, we have the only kind of live compilation of the best of Judas Priest live. I don't really have any compilations. I thought I did, but I don't. And then this has, like, stuff from their 2005 album, Judas Rising, Riding on the Wind, Heading Out to the Highway. This is about that time. This was released in 2010. Breaking the Law, Exciter, Tyrant, Out in the Cold, Dissident, Aggressor, Green Manalishi with the 2-pronged crown, Beyond the Realms of Death, Free Will Burnin'. You got another thing coming. Great stuff. Great live set list. I don't really need to buy any other live albums, though, because I do... this was one of the earliest box sets I ever bought. The complete albums collection. Which is funny, because it's really not. Even when this was released. But these are the complete albums up to that point with Rob Halford. This was released in 2011, so it didn't feature either of the 2 albums with Tim Ripper Owens, Jugulator or Demolition, and it did not... obviously, it was released before Redeemer of Souls, Fire and Power, and Invincible Shield. So let's open this up. This is an official box set. This is official. I don't know if you can buy this really online anymore, maybe, but this comes with the booklet, which has photographs, and I don't think it has lyrics on here, but it's got good artwork and stuff. So for it covers all the studio albums that I didn't cover. Rock'n'Rolla from 1974. And this has good stuff. The title track, It's not really indicative of their career. It's a little bit more melodic in some ways and just not as riff heavy. One for the Road's good. I liked Winter. Cheater's good. You know, it's got good stuff on it, but it's not as good as a lot of the stuff that would come after for sure. Especially not this classic right here, Sin After, or Sad Wings of Destiny. I almost said Sin After Sin. That's not right. Tyrant, Genocide, Epitaph, Dreamer, Deceivers, super beautiful and memorable. Island of Domination, Victim of Changes. Great stuff on it. Very memorable. Awesome album. Great album artwork too. Then what else did I not cover? I'm trying to see because I have a lot of these. Oh, I do have this one. Now, Unleashed in the East, which is their first live stuff. It's got great things on it. Let's put that. Where does that go? 19 goes back here, I think. And then we will get to, because I'm trying to skip all the ones I just covered, but I don't have this on Jewel Case, which I thought I did. 1984's Defenders of the Faith. Title track. Free World Burning, super memorable. Jawbreaker. The Sentinel. Awesome. Eat Me Alive. Great. Some Heads Are Gonna Roll. Super memorable. Great stuff. Then there's Priest Live. I think this opens. And then you get to that. You know, these all come in the CDs slide in here. And there's no, like, booklet or anything that comes with it, which is fine. This is one of the earlier tracks. But it's got good stuff in the 80s after Turbo. And it's right before Ram It Down. We'll skip that and go straight to the last two that are on here. And this album also got me into Priest, funny enough. I know a lot of people really don't like it. I do enjoy it, but I've lost a little bit of interest in it as time's gone by. Nostradamus. Used to absolutely love this album. It's not as high as it used to be, especially with how long it is. All of the first side I really like. Dawn of Creation, Prophecy, Awakening, Revelations, The Four Horsemen, War, Sands of Time, Pestilence and Plague, and Death. And then it gets to disc 2, which has okay stuff, but it gets a little bit long-winded. Nostradamus and Future of Mankind are great, but I think they could have cut this down into a shorter album, and this would have been really good. Even if because it's really long, it's not the easiest to listen to, but I still really like it. I have a soft spot for it, considering how much I loved it at the time, even though it's really not in the style of Judas Priest at all. It's much more melodic and less crushing. The final thing I'll show y'all is Touch of Evil, which is live. Touch of Evil live. Judas Rising, Hellrider, Between the Hammer and the Anvil, Riding on the Wind, Death, Beyond the Realms of Death, Dissident Aggressor, Touch of Evil, Eat Me Alive, Prophecy, and Painkiller. One of my favorite live albums that they've done, funny enough, but it's really great and memorable, and I just really enjoy it. So I'm going to put this back in the box. So I really like the box set. It's got all of those albums in it, outside of a few that are missing that I bought, but I just can't find myself parting ways with it. Everything was back here. That's why there's that missing spot, but yeah, really great stuff on here. Really like this band. Hopefully I'll do an album ranking on them soon, redoing it, because I listened to them all in order just about. I skipped the Jugulator and Demolition and went straight to Angel of Retribution. Well, I tried listening to Jugulator and Demolition and I didn't really like it, but I'm gonna give them another shot again. But that's kind of my Judas Priest CD collection. So thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on the band down below. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I really do appreciate all of you who have chosen to take time and watch the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everybody.